number 5, heat and measurements, children. In your previous class, you all have learned in 6th class changes around us lesson, isn't it? In that lesson, what you have studied, children? Why do we wear in winter season? Why do we wear woolen clothes? In summer season, why do we wear cotton clothes? In winter season, what we will wear, children? We wear woolen clothes. Okay. Why do we wear woolen clothes? So that our body should get warm. It should produce some warmness for our body. It is important. So many of us like to wear woolen clothes. And in summer season, many of us like to wear light colored cotton clothes, so that whatever the hotness is coming through hotness, whatever the sweat is coming on our body, it will get absorbed. The cotton clothes will absorb the sweat and produce you some coolness. Okay, children. In this chapter, you all are going to learn about the difference between hotness and coldness. What is difference between how can you how can you identify and you can say this object, so and so object is hot, so and so object is cold. It is compulsory by the basic sense of touch, isn't it, children? Sometimes what will happen, children, with the sense of touch also you cannot accurately say whether the object is cold or hot. For this, see, children, for this you are having an activity. Okay. Take 3 beakers, mark it as A, B and C. Okay, in A beaker you keep some cold water, in that you add some ice cubes. And in B beaker you take lukewarm water. And in C beaker you take hot water. After taking it, take 2 hands and dip it in A beaker and C beaker, not in B beaker. In B beaker what you have taken? Lukewarm water, isn't it? If you dip your hands in A and B beaker, what you will observe? Your hands will observe in A beaker coolness and other hand will observe in C beaker hotness. If remove the 2 hands and keep it in C beaker, what you will observe? You cannot be able to say whether the water is cold or whether the water is hot. See how your own hands, how your own fingers cannot say whether the object is cold or hot. How it will be confused. Your fingers get confused what to say. So sometimes this to measure this temperature is required, children. Temperature is measured in degrees of hotness and coldness. For measuring the temperature, some instruments are used that is known as thermometers. Okay. In this topic, we are going to learn about that only. Okay. What is heat, children? Heat is nothing but a form of energy which causes in us the sensation of hotness or coldness. Okay, now coming to heat, a form of energy. For this, how can you prove heat is a form of energy? Have you ever seen a water boiling it on the fire? Okay, if I'm taking a water in a vessel and I'm covering it with a lid, and I'm keeping some sticks, burnt sticks, okay, so that I'm producing some fire under it. It is getting boiled. So what you will observe, sometimes you will observe sounds are coming, the lid is moving up and down, and sometimes you even see the lid have thrown it down. How it is happening, children? The lid is an object, isn't it? If we want to move any object, energy is required. Here from where we are getting energy, water is producing energy. How water, how it got energy? The heat, the fire from which the heat is coming act as a energy. With this we can conclude that heat is a form of energy. Even if you stand in the sun, the sun will get transferred. The sun will get transferred in your body, isn't it, children? And if you take at the same time on your palm the ice cube, okay, what will happen? Some coolness will get. So what is happening, children? From the high temperature to at the lower temperature, the temperature usually transfer from an object to higher temperature to lower temperature. Here the temperature of sun, which is higher, it is transferring it into our body and it is going into the ice cube which is on our palm, transferring it, the temperature is transferring it into ice cube at lower temperature. With this we can say from higher temperature to one of the lower temperature. This is with this also we can conclude heat is a form of energy. Now coming to next, conversion of energy. See, children, we can convert heat energy into different forms of energy. How can we convert? Simple thing. Rub your 2 hands. Okay, rub your 2 palms. If you rub your 2 palms, what do you observe? Some heatness is coming out. That is nothing but how did you got that heat energy? How did you got heat? Mechanical energy. When we are doing any work, no, children, that is known as mechanical energy. The mechanical energy is converting it into heat energy. Usually if suppose if it is a winter season, you want to take a bath, you want hot water. The hot waters you will usually get from electric electric geysers and geysers, from geysers, electric heaters and solar heaters. Your electric heater is what happening for your electric heater. If you are adding water into it, electric is converting it into heat energy. Okay, the water it will get boiled, then it get heated up. That is nothing but electric energy is converting it into heat energy. Solar heaters also same thing. Solar energy is converting it into heat energy. And even if suppose you are taking the boiled water, if you want to heat the water in the container on the gas is nothing but a chemical. So chemical energy is converting it into heat energy. So in this form you have seen how many types of energies are converting into heat energy. Not only energies can be converted into heat, even heat energy also can be converted into different forms of energy. For an example, if you all have seen thermal power station, okay, what is happening over there? You may heat whatever the heat is there, in thermal power station, heat energy will be converted into electric energy. And in a steam also, the heat energy is converted into mechanical energy, which helps the train to move from one place to another. There are many examples, you can think vice versa. Okay, now next coming to heat and temperature. For measuring heat and temperature, thermometer is very important instrument. With the help of that only we can measure the temperature. Okay, that we can say whether the temperature is constant or whether the temperature is not. What is the exact temperature? Okay children, see in your textbooks you can see the thermometer, how it is made up of a glass bulb. In that bulb a mercury is there, and there are some scales, and there is a hook above it, and it is a capillary tube over there children. Okay, in the bulb the mercury will be filled children. At the other end it is covered with a seal. After removing the air from it, only it gets covered with the seal. Now see children, it is important for you all to know expansion of liquid due to heat. For this, what you all must need to do, you all must need to take a flat bottom flask. Okay, in that flask you fill the color water. Take another trough, in that trough you fill the heated water. What you will observe, the color water get increases. Okay, what you will observe children, see, pour boiled water into the trough, and carefully you will be observing that in this activity the water get expand, and if we are removing that flask and if we are keeping it aside, it will get contracts with the cooling. Okay, this is nothing but known as expansion and contraction of a liquid due to the heat. See children, apart from that, mercury also we are using, but mercury is very toxic. It will be harmful for us also. Toxic is nothing but poisonous. Okay, so for this nowadays, because of this nowadays they have made for digital thermometers, which I am going to further say for you all about in this topic. Okay, now next coming to properties of mercury, I am just giving a read, looking at textbook. Its expansion is uniform, it is opaque and shiny, it does not stick to the sides of the glass tube. It is a good conductor of heat. It is easily available in pure state. Next coming to properties of alcohol. Instead of mercury we can use alcohol also to find out the temperature. It can record very low temperature. Its expansion per degree Celsius rise in temperature in very large. It can be colored brightly, and hence it is easily visible. Now coming next children, how to use the thermometer. If you know the thermometer, as you came to know, it is used for measuring the temperature. But it is important for you all to know how we should use the temperature. See children, anytime on the scale do you saw like this type of divisions? This is a big division, small division, big division. In the same way on the thermometer also it will be same type of divisions. With the help of that, suppose with the help of these divisions only you can be able to note down the readings of the temperature. If suppose it is an object of an object, if suppose it is a body of a body, you can note down. Note the temperature difference in you must need to note the temperature difference indicate between two bigger divisions children. Usually between two bigger divisions, whatever the note will get, whatever you are getting the temperature, must need to wash it with an antiseptic solution. Why we must need to wash it with an antiseptic solution? If suppose if you are keeping it in the mouth, if you are checking your temperature, and that same thermometer will be used for your other family members, or else if you are going for a hospital and doctor is keeping it for you, it will be checked for the other patients. So whatever the disease is there for you, it can come for the other persons also. That's why we need to wash the thermometer with an antiseptic solution. And children, one more thing, you must need to hold the thermometer in a firmly position. Okay, after removing it, give the few jerks. Okay, jerks is nothing but you must need to do like this. Okay, why we must need to do this, children? Because it is quite possible that mercury present in the thermometer will rise up the base of the temperature that is there. Usually clinical thermometers, before we used to use clinical thermometers. In clinical thermometers only you can find the mercury which is present in the bulb. Okay, the mercury, if suppose your body, if suppose you got fever and you are having high temperature, if you keep the thermometer in the mouth, under the tongue, always you must need to place the thermometer under the tongue or else near the armpit. Okay, not other than that places. Okay, if you are keeping it, what will happen? The mercury, whatever it is present in the bulb, the mercury thread will rise up and it will show you the how much temperature is there for so and so object, for so and so body. Okay, with that the doctors will see your temperature. Even at homes also you can find out this. This clinical thermometer before we used, usually it is used by doctors, but nowadays digital thermometers have came, because the mercury, whatever it is present in the clinical thermometer, it is very toxic for us. That is nothing but it is very poisonous for us. Okay, children, that if suppose if we are using clinical thermometer, by mistakenly also if it fall down and the mercury, if it is coming out, and if suppose if we consume the mercury, it is, if we consume the mercury, we will get to fatal. Fatal is nothing but we will die. Okay, now next coming to laboratory digital thermometer. Children, before going to digital thermometer, do you all know the human body temperature? Our body temperature ranges from 37 degrees Celsius or 36.9 degrees Celsius. Okay, in Celsius form it will be 37 degrees or else 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Usually this Fahrenheit is used in other parts of the world, but Celsius part is used in India. Most commonly it is used in India. Now see children, now coming to digital thermometer. Digital thermometer, usually it is used by the doctors, even we can also use it. Okay, now coming to laboratory thermometers. Usually laboratory thermometers, we can use it to measure the hot water, milk or some chemicals, but we cannot measure with lab thermometer. We cannot measure our body temperature because it will be very big. Okay, and it ranges starts from 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, laboratory thermometers, human beings cannot measure the temperature of our body. Okay, we cannot measure it. Okay, we can just measure the hot water and milk and some chemicals. Now see children, as I said you, mercury is absolutely fatal, which causes this. So when we are using clinical thermometer, we must need to be very careful. Okay, see precautions to be observed while we are using clinical thermometer. I am just going to say a few points. If you want to write, you can write it also. Okay, wash the thermometer in clean water or antiseptic solution. Okay, jerk the thermometer. The thermometer to bring, you must need to jerk the thermometer to bring the mercury thread below 36 degrees Celsius. While reading the temperature, do not hold the thermometer by mercury bulb. After use, wash the thermometer before storing. When you jerk it, be careful. Okay. Now next coming to invention of thermometer. Who invented the thermometer, children? First thermometer was invented by Galileo. In your textbook you can see page number 47. Okay. In 1593 AD, Galileo invented the thermometer. In this thermometer, air was used as thermometric substance. As the air rapidly expands expands on heating and contracts on cooling. Further, the substance that is used in thermometer has uniform expansion or contraction with rise or fall in temperature. With this, we have completed your lesson. If any doubts, contact me.